Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to this week's Mandarin Storytime. My name is Lily, and I work at the Bathurst Clark Resource Library. You might have seen me there. 小朋友们，大家早上好啦！欢迎大家来到这周的中文故事会。我的名字是 Lily， 我在 Bathurst Clark Resource 图书馆工作，你们有可能在那儿见过我。这周的周末就是春节了，在这里提前祝大家春节快乐。然后今天过一会儿我会给大家讲一个关于年的小故事，希望大家继续收看。So this weekend is going to be Lunar New Year. I'm going to wish everyone a Happy New Year in advance, and later on I'm going to tell you a little story about how the Spring Festival or the Lunar New Year came into today's traditions. So hope you keep watching. Alright, so let's start with our hello song. Hello, hello, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, hello, how are you? Good morning. 你好，你好，你好吗？你好吗？你好吗？你好，你好，你好吗？早上好，早上好，小朋友们。Okay, now I'm going to ask you to stand up and stretch. 小朋友们，大家一起站起来，然后伸展一下你的胳膊。大家试一试能不能摸到房顶。Can you reach the ceiling with your hands? All the way up, up, up. Good job. And can you go all the way down? Try to touch the floor. 小朋友们，现在试试能不能用手碰到地板或者碰到你们的脚。All the way down, down, down. Good job, everyone. And can you wiggle your fingers? 小朋友们，能不能动一下你们的手指？Good job. And now let's do a finger play. 现在大家做一个上周教过大家的手指操。春节过了以后呢，就是春天了。这个手指操的名字叫做大西瓜。毛毛雨，轻轻下，春娃娃快长大，发了芽。开了花，结出一个大西瓜。好，咱们一起再说一次。毛毛雨，轻轻下，春娃娃快长大，发了芽，开了花，结出一个大西瓜。Okay, good job. Now the next song is The Itsy Bitsy Spider is one of my favorite. I have a little spider friend here. If you don't have a spider at home, you can always do this. This is also to help the kids to exercise their fingers and exercise their fine motor skills. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. 好，接下来这首歌呢，我会用这个小蜘蛛来一起唱。如果您家里没有小蜘蛛或者这种玩具的话，您也可以用手这样代表小蜘蛛。这些手的动作呢，会帮助小朋友们锻炼他们的这个手指头的灵活，所以也对他们的脑部发展是很好的。小小蜘蛛爬上了水管，下雨下雨，小蜘蛛掉下来，太阳出来，雨干了。小小蜘蛛又爬上了水管。Alright, now let's do that one more time. 咱们一起再唱一次。小小蜘蛛爬上了水管，下雨下雨，小蜘蛛掉下来，太阳出来， 雨干了，小小蜘蛛又爬上了水管。Good singing, everyone. High five. Okay, now are you ready for the story? 下面我给大家讲这个年的故事。所以关于年的故事呢，中国有很多的传说，这个传说也有很多的版本。今天我就给大家讲其中的一个。古时候有一种叫年的怪兽，它头上长着触角，异常凶猛。它常年住在海底，每年到特定的一天都会到岸上来害人。然后呢，这特定的一天就是农历的一年的最后一天，也就是现在的大年30或者除夕。因此每到大年30或者除夕这一天呢，村子里面的人就带着一家老小的逃到山里。有一年的除夕呢，从村外来了一个乞讨的老人。他看到村里一片荒茫的景象，并没有人理会他，只有村头的一位老婆婆给了老人一些食物，并劝他快点跟大家一起逃到山里。那个老人把胡子捋了捋，他笑道说老婆婆，如果您让我在你家待上一夜，我一定把这个年怪兽赶走。然后老婆婆就说，哎呀，这个年异常的凶猛，你快点跟我们一起逃吧。但这个老人并没有说话。但是老婆婆最后还是放弃了，她决定自己逃到山里，然后把她的家留给了这个乞讨的老人。到半夜时分，这个年怪兽闯进了村里，他发现这个村里的气氛和往年并不相同。在这个老婆婆家的门口贴上了很多红纸，然后这屋子里面也是烛火通明。年怪兽浑身一抖，怪叫了一声。他快要靠近门口的时候，院内突然传来噼里啪啦的响声。年浑身颤栗，并不敢再往前走了。原来年最怕红色、火光和炸响。这时老婆婆家的门打开了，院内出来了一位身披红袍的老人，他哈哈大笑。年大惊失色，看到这幅奇怪的景象便逃走了。第二天就是正月初一，避难回来的人从山里回到了村子，发现这个老头安然无恙，然后村里也没有被年怪兽弄得乱七八糟，所以他们觉得十分惊奇。这时候老婆婆恍然大悟，才明白这个老头呢原来是教给大家一个这个打走年的方法。然后从此呢，每年的除夕，家家都会贴上红对联，并且燃放爆竹，然后每一户都会点上蜡烛或者灯，然后一直等待着这个午夜的到来，所以这就变成了守岁的习俗。然后等到初一一大早，大家还要走亲访友的串门，向大家问好。所以这个风俗呢，一直延续到今天，成为了中国民间最隆重的传统节日。就是有一张图，大家可以看一下。这个门上有对联，然后大家还在放鞭炮，然后这些小朋友们都穿着红色的衣服。这就是年的故事。Okay, now I'm going to tell the story again in English. So there are many different versions of how the tradition of Chinese Lunar New Year came to be. I'm going to tell you one of them today. According to one of the Chinese legends, there once lived a very ferocious monster called Nian. It lived in the ocean and has horns on its head, and every year Nian would come onto the shore to harm people in the village. And that specific day, is the last day of the lunar year. So the villagers are very afraid of it, and they would escape to the mountains on this year. And one year there came to an old man, and then he came to the last house where a grandma lived. And the grandma told this old man about the monster and asked him to escape with her. and the old man refused. He says, if you let me stay in your house for tonight, I will help you to get rid of Nian. And the grandma eventually agreed, and so she escaped into the mountains herself, and then the old man was left alone in this house. So midnight hit, Nian monster came attacking the village, and he noticed something strange this year, because the grandma's house was lit by candles, and there are red paper all along the door, and he felt a bit strange, but he approached the door anyways, and as he opened the door, there's really loud noise came from the inside. That was the firecrackers, and then he was really scared, and then there was this old man came out wearing a red robe, and Nian monster was really startled by this strange view, so he ran away immediately. So the old man was unharmed. The next morning, which is the first day of the new lunar year, everybody came back to the village, and then they saw all the leftover from last night, the red paper, the firecrackers, and the candles. They realized that the old man was teaching them how to get rid of Nian, and the villagers realized that Nian is afraid of all these things. So that became the tradition. So in the village, everybody would light all the candles and the lamps, and they would wear red clothes, and they would do firecrackers, and they have the red paper along the wall every year. That became a tradition of the Chinese New Year's Eve, which is also called 除夕, and then the next day, the first day of the Lunar New Year, everybody would go to each other's house to celebrate that they have survived the night before. So in China, this tradition lasted till this day. And another fun fact is that the New Year's Day in China is also called 过年. So 过 also means to overcome. So it's also, you can also interpret it as to overcome the Nian monster. So that is the story of, one of the stories of the Lunar New Year, or Nian. So hope you enjoyed this story. And here I have a picture. You can see that all these people, they're wearing red clothes, and they're doing firecrackers, and then there's red paper on the wall and on the door as well. Okay, and now let's do another song. It's If You're Happy and You Know It. So I hope you enjoy this story time, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. 如果感到幸福，你就拍拍手。如果感到幸福，你就拍拍手。如果感到幸福，你就拍拍手呀！看那大家一起拍拍手。If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really wanna show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. 如果感到幸福，你就跺跺脚。如果感到幸福，你就跺跺脚。如果感到幸福，你就跺跺脚呀！看那大家一起跺跺脚。If you're happy and you know it, tap your shoulders. If you're happy and you know it, tap your shoulders. If you're happy and you know it, and you really wanna show it. If you're happy and you know it, tap your shoulders. 如果感到幸福，你就拍拍肩。如果感到幸福，你就拍拍肩。如果感到幸福，你就拍拍肩呀！看那大家一起拍拍肩。Yay! Alright, hope you enjoy this story time. If you're celebrating the Lunar New Year, I wish you a very happy New Year, and a very healthy and happy year ahead. 今天的故事会就是这样啦，在这里提前祝大家新春快乐，牛年大吉，身体健康，工作顺利，学习进步。虽然这个疫情呢可能阻挡了我们和家人团聚的脚步，但是还希望大家和身边生活圈里的人度过一个平安幸福的春节。今天就是这样啦，感谢大家的收看。如果您在家里也和小朋友们一起唱了这些歌，或者讲了这个年的故事，记得跟我们在社交平台上一起分享。我们的 hashtag 是 VPL at home. If you decide to sing these songs or tell the story to your kids at home, remember to share with us on the social media. Our hashtag is VPL at home. 今天就是这样啦，感谢大家的收看，再次祝大家春节快乐。下周见啦。Alright, this is all for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye!